Hello and welcome back to the Beer Dog Reviews. As always, I'm Chris and welcome to my third Sunday special. And what we'll be looking at today is a case of a mixture of different golden ales. Now, as I'm sure you'll be able to tell from which ales you've got in here, they're all from breweries owned by Marstons. So, what do we have? We've got Wainwright's Golden Ale. I have reviewed that one already before, so I won't be doing it as part of this video. Goblin Gold. Again, won't be doing that one as part of this video, because I have reviewed that one already. And before that I'm doing now, Brakspear Oxford Gold, Ringwood Boon Doggle, Marston's 61 Deep, and Jennings Cumberland. So we can have a look at all four of these beers and just see what they are like. So, pick this case up, currently on offer in Sainsbury's at £8 for the 6 beers. Let's get the first one out. Let's just get them all out on the side and work our way through it. And see what we've got. Leave that in there. I'll do that one just now. So, 4 different beers, all golden ales. We'll have a look and see what they're like. First one I'll look at then. Oh. Let's have a look at Cumberland. Golden beer from Jennings. This one comes in at 4%. There's the bottle cap there, if it will focus. Don't know, get that to focus or not. There we go. Nice, plain simple design. Maybe a little boring, but you do find that with some of the larger breweries, of course. Let's have a look on the bottle. Cumberland, Jennings' #1 golden beer, acknowledges the rich heritage and tradition of the area, but its deep refreshing flavour is still very much in line with contemporary tastes. A supremely refreshing beer using carefully selected English hop varieties that are added at 2 points in the brewing process to give this beer its unique characteristics. So, do they let us know what hop varieties they are? No, they don't. Oh, that's okay. Doesn't tell us the malt or the hops. Oh, let's get out and into a glass. Bit of smoke on the opening. Nice bit of smoke on the opening actually. Not too much carbonation in the neck. You can see quite a bit of carbonation coming up the bottle. Oh, it's definitely golden. And there we have it. Cumberland Golden Beer from Jennings. Obviously part of the Marston's family, if you like. So, we have one finger of fluffy white head. Good mixture of different sizes of bubble. They're quite spread out, so carbonation's quite lively there. See, it's still rising up through the glass. It's definitely gold. Look at that. Absolutely clear through. Perfect clarity, not a hint of haze. Of course it has been filtered. Looks okay for a bog standard ale, if you like. Let's have a look at the aroma. Quite malty on the aroma. Something sweet in there. Bit of toffee malt maybe. bit average maybe. You are getting that, how do I put it, slightly farty aroma, the Marston's fart, as you could call it. Hope that doesn't translate into the taste. Yeah, it's pretty much what I was expecting. Do get this with a lot of beers which the breweries have been taken over by the big regionals. It's a bit low on flavour. No real body to the beer to speak of. You're getting a bit of malt in there. Slightly sweet malt. A little bit of bitterness on the back end. Do excuse Tyrion. It's okay. It's a bit average really. Well, it's the first of the 4 I'll be having today. So, obviously, as always, I'll pause off the video here, go away and enjoy this one. I'll drink it. Whether I enjoy it that much, not so sure on, but I'll see you in a couple of minutes with the next beer. Okay, so the next beer that we'll have a look at is going to be Brakspear Oxford Gold. This one comes in at 4.6%. That's the label there. Again, very simple label design. Got the Brakspear B on the bottle cap there. What do they say? So, style, golden beer. IBUs are 38. It's got Fuggles, Goldings and Styrian hops. So 3 very traditional English hop styles there. Pale gold with citrus aromas and a zesty fruity finish. There we go. That's all they've got on the label. Very unusual for a Marston's beer to actually tell you the hops and even give you the IBU level. So that's actually quite nice. Literally nothing else on the label there. So, let's have a look and see what we've got. Bit of smoke. Not very much though. Not very much at all. Can't get any smoke, any more smoke out of that one. Get it into the glass and see what we've got. Okay, like the Jennings Cumberland, it's very obviously golden, and again very heavily carbonated, and a slightly smaller head on this one. It's quite a hissing head, so there's lots of carbonation being released there. And you can see that golden colour. Again, crystal clear, perfect clarity, heavy carbonation running straight up through. Looks like again, a standard macro brewery ale. Well, almost a floralness in the aroma. Slight hint of honey there. Bit of malt. But again, not a lot else going on there. Let's hope this one tastes a bit better than the last. Tastes a bit smoother. There's a slight zesty kick in there. It's only very slight. There are floral notes. No fruity flavour. There's a bit of malt in there, not a massive amount. Low bitterness. It's okay. It's perfectly drinkable. Got the same issue here with the last one. It's okay. And I can easily sit down and drink it. Probably wouldn't pick it up again, but it does have a slightly nicer flavour than the Cumberland. It's just not a lot going on there. That is a theme with a lot of these sorts of beers, of course. It's just sort of there. Yeah, it's a beer. It's not a particularly great beer. It's not a throw it down the drain beer. It's just okay. There you go. So, Oxford Gold by Brakspear. Just sort of there. Yeah, a bit average. So, that's that one. Yeah, halfway through now, so again I'll pause off the video there, go and finish this one off. I'll see you all in a minute. Okay, so the next beer we'll have a look at is going to be the Ringwood Brewery Boon Doggle Deliciously Fruity Craft Blonde Ale. Popping craft on the label there. When you're owned by Marston's, is it going to be a craft ale? No. But we'll have a look. Reserve judgment until I've tasted it. Comes in at 4.2%. There's the label there. Nice bore on the front. And there's the bottle cap there. It's the standard Ringwood design on the cap. See what they say. We take two things seriously here at Ringwood: our ales and our leisure time. Along with crafting quality craft ales, craft again, we're relaxation enthusiasts. Our motto is visit the winding downs, a place to enjoy some quality time with friends. Our blonde boondoggle is a deliciously fruity ale, affectionately crafted to savour and satisfy. Best enjoyed with a spicy burrito. So, no indication as to the hops or the malt. Not much on there at all. What I come to expect really with these regional brewer owned breweries. But we'll have a look anyway, see what it's like, shall we? No smoke to speak of on the opening. Let's get it out and into the glass. And it seems to be that as we go on, the head on each beer is smaller and smaller. There we go, a bit smaller again. We're down to, well, not even half a finger now. It is a white head. Again, gold beer. This is quite a pale gold. Not a lot of carbonation actually. I reckon there's no real carbonation rising up through the beer. There's a little bit coming up the middle, and that's pretty much it. So, if I go by what the label says, I'm expecting a nice fruity blonde. Let's have a look. So, you've got the traditional Marston smell there. Tyrion's off again. And that's it. Nothing really on the aroma. Do excuse me. Tyrion. Yeah, nothing on the aroma at all. Very boring, I have to say. Yeah. Let's have a look at the taste. There's a little bit of fruit in there, not a lot. No body to the beer. Not really any malt. No bitterness to speak of. And it's hard to pick out the actual fruit flavour you're getting. It's a mush of fruit, and it's so slight. It's hard to even tell that this is actually a beer. If I compare this one to the last traditional blonde ale I had, or traditional English blonde ale I had, which was of course the Expedition from Lord's Brewing Company, but in completely different leagues. This is nothing. Now, obviously, to use a sporting analogy, but the only sport I really know anything about is dog showing. This has just come fourth at a family fun show. And the Expedition Blonde Ale is a group winner at Crafts. That's the difference between the two. Can you really call it a beer? It's plain, it's boring, there's no aroma, there's no flavour to it. I mean, the only thing that makes it drinkable is, because there's no real flavour, there's no bad flavour to it. There's just nothing to it. I mean, body, nothing there at all. It's watery, it's thin. That is, dare I say it, a terrible beer. Would I ever recommend anyone to drink Boon Doggle? Yeah, I would. If I really could not stand the person asking me for a recommendation, I'd say, yeah, go and try that one. That is literally how bad this is. I'd rather pour myself a glass of Foster's or something like that than drink this. There's nothing there. Well, you don't know until you try, of course. And I know. So I won't try this again. So, I will attempt to drink this one. Pause the video off and do excuse Tyrion again. And I'll see you all again for the last of the 4. Hopefully it's going to have something a bit more than that one does. See you in a minute. And we've finally now reached the last beer of the 4 we're looking at today. Of course, save the parent company till last. From Marston's Brewery, it's 61 deep, pale ale, coming in at 4.1%. That's actually a surprisingly good label for Marston's. It's not bad, is it? I mean, I don't hold out much hope for the beer, but there we go. There's the old bottle cap there. Got the standard 3 barrels of Marston's. Let's have a look. 61 deep pale ale, 61 metres. That's the depth of the well at the brewery that gives this refreshing pale ale its name. The 5 American and Australian hops give it its fresh, zesty aroma, whilst the tropical fruit and citrus notes make it extremely drinkable. Dive in. American and Australian hops. Doesn't sound too bad so far. So, if you're not familiar with Marston's, obviously they're one of the big regional brewers in the UK, along with others like Shepherd Neame, for instance. They own various other breweries up and down the country and make various styles of beer. Marston's is not my favourite, I have to say, but I do like some of their beers. The Witchwood beers, I always liked them when they were an independent brewery. When Marston's took them over, some of the recipes were changed a bit much. Lost some of the beers that I really enjoy. For instance, I know most of you won't be cider drinkers, but Green Goblin was always made by Witchwood. It's a fantastic cider. Marston's not being a cider maker, they sold off the Green Goblin name to Thatcher's, who made it for a little while and then discontinued it. They have changed the flavour of Hobgoblin a little bit. We've lost such great beers as Circle Master and Fiddler's Elbow, but they have brought in some different beers. Dice Man Stout, for instance. I'm going to have a look at that soon. But yeah, it's business. They look to their strengths and discard their weaknesses. But we'll have a look at this one. So, obviously the 3 barrels of Marston's. They stand for, firstly, Burton, the town, where Marston's is based. The Burton Union Canal, which is their unique brewing system, so it's where they get their water from, really, isn't it? And the 3rd barrel is for DE14, Derby 14. So, their innovation brewery, brewing the future. Obviously, Derby 14, the postcode where Marston's is based. So we'll have a look at this one. I'm not expecting a lot, but as always, you don't know till you try, do you? Bit of hiss on the opening. Bit of smoke actually. Surprised by that. Bit of carbonation in the neck there. Let's get it into the glass. Oh, it certainly looks like a pale ale. Try and give it a bit of a vigorous pour and trying to get some sort of head going. Not being able to get much head on any of these beers. Yeah, there we go. Nice, very pale gold. Does look like a pale ale. Got a finger of quite fluffy white head. Quite lively fluffy white head actually. Still hissing away. Wow. Just on the aroma, I'm actually shocked. Could this be a Marston's beer that I'm actually going to enjoy? It's fruity, it's floral. There's a bit of that Marston's, the Marston's fart if you like, that aroma you get from Marston's beers. But overall, that's a nice inviting aroma. That does smell nice. I'm speechless. I'm flabbergasted. Good levels of carbonation. Not too heavy. It looks alright. Smells quite nice. God forbid it's going to taste nice too. Wow. Let's give it a go. Bit of pineapple, bit of orange, bit of grapefruit. Slight malt. Medium levels of bitterness. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I like this. This is a nice beer. Okay, it's nowhere near so many of the craft breweries that you can get easy access to in supermarkets now, as well as in your bottle shops and whatnot. But this, for a big macro brewery, that's a good beer. I'm shocked. I'm almost literally lost for words. What can I say? Yeah, it's a traditional British beer style. Under no illusion that this is a craft American pale or a New World style IPA, but whatever they've done, what recipe they've got for this, that doesn't just work. They've made a good beer. Little thin on the body. Yeah, it's not going to be the best beer in the world. You're never going to get a fantastic, super, wonderful, amazing beer from a big brewery like that. But for all of its faults, I could easily enjoy that. Easily. I could sit down with more than one of those And the fact that it's not even from one of their smaller breweries, it is from the main Marston's brewery. It's unbelievable. And standard with Marston's, there's no indication as to what hop varieties they're using or the malts or anything like that, and it just says tropical fruit and citrus notes. I've had to pick out the individual tropical and citrus fruits myself, but I can enjoy this. I can enjoy this a lot. You are getting that Marston smell coming out, but the taste removes it for you. Pineapple, grapefruit, orange, bit of floral note. It's a good beer. I'm glad I saved this one until the end. Because, you know what, I'm gonna, when I finish recording this, I'll sit down upstairs, edit the video as I always do, and I'll really enjoy this. Unbelievable. So, if you try only one new beer, or new beer from the big regional brewers anyway, this year, make it that one. Honestly. Okay, not the best beer in the world, it's not fantastic, shout it from the rooftops good, but I'm so shocked that a big regional brewer like Marston's has managed to make a really nice beer. There you have it. So that's 4 beers from the Golden Ales box set from Marston's. Pick these up in most supermarkets. They do a classic ales one as well. I know Badger have brought out their own version where you get, I think it's 2 Thirsty Ferrets, 2 Tanglefoots, a Golden Champion and a Hopping Hare maybe, something like that anyway. But you can always get these box sets, most supermarkets, 6 or 8 different beers for £8 to £10. Can't really go wrong, can you? Yeah, they're okay. Get some rubbish in them, get some good ones in them. But if you just want a few beers, can't go wrong really, can you? There you go. The Golden Ale selection from Marston's. 6 different beers from 6 different breweries, all owned by Marston's. And give them a go sometime. You might be pleasantly surprised. Certainly was on the last one. And there we have it. So, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down there. And as always, I'll put the links for my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook right down there in the description box. And I'll see you all again next time. Happy drinking.